Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. So you're probably going to notice that things are a little bit different in this situation. Welcome back to Ghost Pilots, by the way, the game in which we absolutely get the living shit kicked out of us on the regular, because dying just is what you do in these games when you play by yourself. And that's what's going on. So you'll notice that things are a little bit different, i.e. the amount of lives that we had when we started the video and the high score total that's up there at the moment. My save file somehow got corrupted. I haven't the slightest idea of how, but it happened. And so, off camera, I had to film back up to the spot where we died. So what I'm going to do is, because we started the last video with 2 lives going into it, we'll count the money counter right there, instead of, you know, where I had to do it when the video actually started. So I'm just trying to keep this consistent here. But it's this game already, as it appears, is getting a lot harder. I mean, we got done with the first level in the last video, which was really long, by the way. I mean, really long. Abnormally long for a game like this. They kind of threw us off because they made it look like more than one level, but it wasn't. I assure you it wasn't. And so, yeah, I really had intended on filming one of these last night, but I physically couldn't, and I have a particularly entertaining story on why. It was actually pretty funny. It wasn't a situation where I just wasn't home and I couldn't do it. I definitely had all the means to do it, but I was physically unable to perform the task of filming. Oh my god, look how big this thing is! That is a leviathan of a plane! Oh! And it shoots so much. And again, the whole scenario of our plane shooting so slowly in comparison to other games is really kind of pissing me off a little bit. But hey, you know what? We're gonna make this work, just because I said so. And hey, it's already dead! Alright! As it just goes and blows up down there. Well, that was nice. I definitely expected that to be a little bit harder than it was. But hey, I'm cool with that. I mean, if they want to make that semi-easy for me, I'm not going to sit here and argue with them about it. So, what happened is, I went over to my friend Colby's house to watch the Los Angeles Kings game, which was crazy, by the way. I love any game that goes into overtime in sports. That's what I'm down with. So do we get to change? No, we're just rolling again, huh? Okay, I guess that's what's up. So, oh, power up. Damn it! I want to have a power up that will give me more fire for, you know, like 6 seconds or something. So let's be honest, at this rate, I'm not going to be holding on to a power-up for any extended period of time. I feel like that's just something I need to come to terms with. See what I'm saying? Like, even if I would have had one, we would have lost it in no time flat. Oh, come on, yes! Let me have this for a second. Oh, bull. That thing wasn't even at the same level as me, you liar! You are going straight to hell for that. So, so I go over there and we're watching the Kings game, and it was awesome, and this and that and the other, and come to find out, and here's the thing, normally I'm not allergic to cats, like, well, I'm not allergic to cats at all, or like pet dander or anything like that, and but for some reason his cats were just shedding like relentlessly last night, which was a really annoying thing. Go figure, on an occasion where that's happening, they have to be all up in my face the whole time, and like, you know, getting around me, and I'd put them back on the floor and they'd jump back up on me again, and it's like, leave me alone! Like, I don't want to be near you right now. I think that you should understand that. That should be something that's engraved into your skull. If I'm constantly not having you near me, it means I probably don't want you to be near me. So you should figure that out, instead of me having to, you know, appear to be the bad guy and, like, throwing you off the couch. Not, like, throwing you up against the wall off the couch, but just, like, you know, taking you and tossing you aside gently or whatever. But, so, all the shedding that was going on, I think I got, like, a couple of their hairs in my eye, and I didn't really register that initially. Like, I thought that my eyes were just itching for one reason or another. And so I do what anybody would do in that situation because it feels so good. Is you start, you know, doing the hardcore rubbing of your eyes until it almost hurts to do so. And that's what I was doing because, let's be honest, it hurts so good. And so I was doing that. I didn't really think about it, but I started doing it a lot. I'm talking, like, I did that on and off for the next, like, hour or so. And, look at that little blimp. That thing's not very... Whoa! Okay, that thing is huge! Wow, I really underestimated the size of that thing. I was like, oh, that thing's a cute little blimp, and it's like, oh, you think this is cute? Well, bam! Well, wait a minute. I just look... Oh! Okay, so that's how that works. You can totally avoid that in general. Those things only split apart like that when you shoot them. Oh, well, that makes that way easier. Yeah, alright. Well, that's not bad at all. Okay, well, this is good. Just the point is now is not shooting them. I feel like that's how they get you anymore. They're just like, oh, well, you gotta try to not shoot those things now. But, yeah, so they started, like... I started rubbing my eyes to the point where, like, people started taking notice that it was getting weird because my eyes were starting to swell, like, really bad. And my eyes got super red, and so Matt and Elijah were like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? You look like you're totally baked. Like, did you smoke at all? I was like, no, like, you guys have been here the whole time. You guys know that I haven't. And, we're like, well, you should go take a look in the mirror, man, because your eyes look awful. Like, you look like you have super bad allergies. I was like, well, I definitely don't have allergies, so that's kind of weird. And, like, I noticed, like, I felt like it was starting to get kind of weird because my eyes were just starting to hurt, and, like, I'd keep them closed and I'd open them up for a second, and they would just hurt super bad. They'd burn like, you know, somebody put a lit match all up in my grill or something. So it was not good, and I went and I looked in there, and my eyes were almost swollen shut, and so I was like, oh shit, dude, this is bad. And me being me, like, I have this weird aversion. Ah, he's gonna die! Kablam! I feel so bad for, like, the people that are living, like, down below the clouds where that happened. Oh, it's out in the water, but, like, what if it were the people on this island? They're like, hey, Dad, let's go out and throw the football around. All right, son. They go outside, and they're like, yay, this is fun. And they look up, oh, God! 2 people died today because they decided to play sports. So this is a lesson to all of you kids. Don't fucking play sports. It's a bad idea. All it's gonna bring you is a swift death from falling dirigibles. Ah. And that's the word for, the other word for blimps, right? Dirigibles or dirigibles or however the hell you say it. It's kind of a weird flying strategy. They, like, kind of, like, sandwich you in. You kind of have to, like, go, like, serpentine. Ah! Gosh, it's so unfair. Look how many things are going on screen right now. Is just, like, the absolute thing of unfairness. But yeah, so, like, once I saw, like, how bad my eyes were, I decided to go home. Which, driving home with my eyes like that was terrible, by the way. It was not good. By the way, we have spent significantly more digital quarters in this episode than we did in the first one. Like, the volume of things on screen at any given moment has increased, like, at least 3-fold since last episode. Like, we pretty much have emptied almost a virtual paycheck into this thing. It's getting pretty bad. Thus, giving total testament as to why you need to have a second player with this, because this is outrageous. And now we've entered just, like, a field of volcanoes. We must be in, like, Hawaii or something. Or, I don't know, any other place that has a lot of active volcanoes. This is a very, very unsafe place for war. I mean, usually they try to take some sort of strategic, you know, approach to these things. And usually that means not being in a giant field of active volcanoes that, you know, could totally erupt at any point where all of your everything is going to get completely ruined. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, dude, it was crazy, because when I got home, like, I totally planned on filming, because I had everything all ready to go, and I got home, and just like, looking at how much worse it had progressed since then, dude, it was bad. It was really, really bad. Like, I couldn't even open my eyes up anymore. So I just decided that I was just going to go to bed and call it a night. And I just was, going to do it today. And the worst part is, like, I woke up the next morning and my eyes were still super bad. Like, I woke up and I had, like, those nasty-ass eye crusties. And I had, like, all that extra... Whoa! Okay. It's just one of... Okay, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Wow! God, look at all those rockets. Ew! Where's he going? What the hell? Now we got another one? Well, that's kind of unfair. like the very second that you think you're going to do something to one of these guys, they just disappear and go away. I really like that concept, though. I kind of like the multiple enemies thing. But does that mean that, they're weaker than if there were to be one just extra large guy? Or are they just, two equally as destructive planes? I don't even know. At least they're, it's not particularly that hard to dodge their incoming fire, so that's kind of a plus. It's nice to know that, neither one of them are particularly hard on their own. But yeah, so I definitely had to deal with my eyes just, still being really red and puffy for most of the day. Like, it took up until about an hour ago for all the puffiness and redness to go away. So today has been a weird day because I had a lot of customers that were, like, commenting on why my eyes looked so bad. They're like, "Are you okay? Like, you look like you've been crying or something." I was like, no, that's definitely not the case. Yeah. Oh, what a waste of a bomb. Fuck. I'm going to kill you. Maybe? I don't even know at this point anymore. I don't really know. Here's one of my bombs as you kill me. It did virtually nothing. Oh yeah, look at him go! He's dead now. You got nothing on me. Wait a minute. How is that thing still flying? You can't fly if both of your wings are on fire and, like, gone, more or less. That's, like, totally not even possible. That's video game logic just sticking it to you. You're like, oh, you think you got me? You ain't got nothing, bitch! You got nothing on me, fool! Alright. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I knew it had to be close. Boy, that was frustrating. I really didn't know if we were going to come out on top of that one or not. It seemed like an easy enough fight, but apparently it just wasn't. What the hell is that all about? Are we going to turn into that thing? Because that would be awesome. They're like, alright, enough of this little tiny plane shit. You're going to take the big one! It came! It finally came! The big one. Alright guys, well, it looks like now we're at a safe place where we can stop, so when we come back on the next episode of Let's Play Ghost Pilots, we are going to explore, I don't know, more stuff here and see how much worse the enemy on screen to me ratio is going to be and see how many more digital paychecks we gotta cash in so that we can keep playing this thing. But yeah, it was a pleasure coming by and playing with fully functional eyes that weren't, all crusty and nasty and puffy as shit. So yeah, when we come back, we're going to see what else there is in store here. But until then, this is your host AMF saying thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.